key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get
Hey, sexy babe. Sexy babe. Man, I'm just, wait a minute. Okay. I'm just, like, things are just becoming, like, second nature. For, like, starting the stream. I remember it just used to take so long. Now I start the stream, like, you know, immediately. Like, I don't even have to have anything ready or sit and think for the most part, right? Before, it took a while for me to kind of, like, get the ball rolling. Now it's just very, very easy. I need to... What is that, milk? You want to milk? You want to milk something? No, but I need to I've been getting some it's really crazy how, like, things ebb and flow, and I say this all the time. About, like, the orders, pretty much a lot of things, but, like, specifically the orders. Holy shit, man. I brought my water in here, like, earlier today because I live in my freaking office pretty much, but I brought my water in here earlier and I didn't drink any of it, but I have a whole bunch of water here now and I'm super pumped about it. What sucks, though, is it's 10 o'clock and last night I was up. I peed before I went to bed, like right before I went to bed. I typically do because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night. But then I had to wake up in the middle of the night because I was drinking a lot of water later on in the day, which, again, this is why I try to avoid that. and I had to pee. Then as soon as I woke up, I had to pee again. Like, and these aren't just like short little like bursts, right? It's like pees. Like I didn't just go pee. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, let's see. Yeah, this little thing is annoying here. But anyways, so yeah, today we have a awesome. I was gonna say awful. Yeah, we have an awful stream. So that's it. We're gonna end it here. No, but we have a great stream. Just got 30. I think it's 30. It's at least 30. We'll say maybe 35. It's either 30 or 35. Boxes of. I think it's 35 because I have four boxes. Typically, there's 10 in each box, but I have 4 boxes, so I would assume they did 10, 10, 10, and then 5 in the last one, which is what they typically do. So I was kind of now that I'm sitting here talking to you, because the whole day I was thinking I had 30. I only had 30, but I was like, why would they give me 4 boxes for 30? And it's because I'm fairly certain that this order is 35 cards. I just took another order to GameStop, because GameStop partners with PSA, which it's kind of annoying because it's a little bit more out of the way, but like there's really annoying things going on with PSA right now. So it balances out to be I guess less annoying. It balances out, but it balances in going to GameStop's favor more than just doing it myself here, because to do it myself with PSA. So I have submitted some things with PSA before here, but they've only been regrades, right? So I had some graded cards, some 9.5s from Beckett that I wanted to get regraded. They're like 9.5, 10, 10. So the highest 9.5 that you can get. I sent a couple of those in. I sent 4 of them in so far to get regraded. So hopefully, I should be getting some. The first 2 that I sent back, one was a BOA. The other one was, what was the other one that I sent in? I sent in a BOA and then something else. I don't remember the second thing, but it was an SP BOA from OP14. So anyways, it says that I should be getting that one back in about a month. So later on in June. And then like a week ago, I shipped out 2 more cards to get regraded. Oh, it was the Ace. That's what it was. It was the SP Ace from OP12. So those should be coming back the end of June. Anyways, so to get back to the reason why I'm just going to be going to GameStop. So I know you guys, I guess this should be 1 because I already did A. So 1, I'm fairly certain you guys have heard me talk about, the reason why I'm going to stop going to Beckett for like the bulk cards. Like I'm still going to go to them for like the SPs, the very special, like if I get hit a manga, like the cards that are above like alternate rarity, you know what I'm saying? Like the treasure rares and above. And I don't know the rarity scale for those cards, but anything, not just an alternate, we'll be going to Beckett first. We'll see what we get there. If I don't like the grade, send it off to PSA. So but from now on, all the bulk cards and everything, they're going to be going to PSA. And so now we go back to A. The reasoning I'm going to be going to GameStop for PSA is because, again, I was able to submit the cards for the regrades, but for bulk cards, they're $35 per card. to send it off. So double what it is for, and this is the lowest you can do. It's $35 is the lowest level for they have like a bulk value plan or whatever, but they've upped it to, first off, you have to be in their like monthly subscription or whatever plan. It's like Collectors Club or something like that. You have to be in there. You have to be in that to even get that, to even be able to do the value bulk. And so the value bulk used to be like 20 cards that you had to send, a minimum of 20 cards. They upped it to 50 cards that you have to send. So you have to send 50 cards in minimum when you do it yourself. And it's $25 a card. So it's just, that's just a lot of cards to have to try and send in each time. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and then you have to look up each of the cards and put them in there and all that shit. But when you do it with GameStop, I'm assuming they have some sort of deal. I think this is what someone had told me. They have some sort of deal where the cards that you send in are under that value, because it's GameStop, right? And people they're gonna be sending in cards all the time. So it's one entity sending in the cards. So they get to take advantage of that value. So $25 a card, which is annoying, because when I did it back in November, it was $20 a card, and the shit's just fucking going up and up. Anyways, so the cards are it's $25 per card, and you can take in however many you want to. So I just took in 20 cards the other day. That you don't have to enter any of the cards information in there. They just like take pictures of your cards, like they do it in like blocks of 8 or whatever. So it does save time. It's kind of annoying when you're just standing there for a little bit, but it does save time when you're you know, as opposed to looking up each of the cards and things like that. But it's much better doing it this way, in my opinion. And we'll see. Again, this is all experimental. I'm just figuring it out, trying to learn. But what I am very excited about, and I think this is the goal, right? The goal of this whole deal is to get more 10s, because people just aren't buying the 9.5s. And it really sucks, because my main goal was to sell the cards. The main goal was to sell like the vast majority of the cards that I get back, right? That I get graded. Now, obviously, I have some that I'm like, okay, this is a special one. This is one that I'm going to keep. But for the most part, like alternate random cards, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not like, you know, they're going to sell for, you know, $100, you know, and it's crazy because I see some of these things selling for $100. I put a 9.5 on there for $50, and it just sits, and it just sits, and it just sits, and it's just very frustrating. But whatever. So I'm back, and you just get so few 10s where it's definitely not worth it. It is not worth it anymore. So I'm gonna open the lightest box first. Oh, wait a minute, which one's the lightest one? This one's definitely. Okay, this one's the lightest. Okay. So yeah, they so I figure I send in a ton of cards, and eventually once these cards start to fucking sell, the graded cards, it'll be much easier to sell, and it's a bit more to sell the cards on, so it's like $10 more per card, but in the long run, it's going to be more valuable, because the cards are going to, like I said, I can't even sell a card for 50, but let's just say I sell a card for 50, a 9.5 on Beckett, that card will sell for $100 as a PSA 10. So $50 difference. So really it's $40, because, you know, I paid $10 more. So that's kind of how my brain is working. Thank you, Gank That. And thank you for joining the chat, my guy. But yeah, so that's my thought process behind it, right? It's gonna cost a little bit more in the short term, but in the long run, if I can sell these 10s, I did not just break my damn. There is no fucking way. I guess I did just break my fucking back scratcher. Okay, that's super tragic. So I love this one. But my wife was awesome. She bought me like a pack of 4. And I think I only have one left because it's my daughter. So this one, it was the first one out of, I think I've had 5 of these so far. This was the first one that's been my fault that I've broken. The rest, my daughter has broken them. But I think I have one more in here at least. So yeah, this one. That back scratcher. I mean, that's what I get for trying to open these damn things with a fucking back scratcher. All right, so I'm assuming this first one probably has 5 or so in there. 5 or so in them. Yeah, dude, that thing, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like, that's why this one is still in here, because I don't really like the way this one looks. This has been my least favorite looking one, but hey, it covers the whole back in just one go, right? But whatever, I mean, it's cut like this now, so it actually opened the box very easily. All right. So I just want to kind of jump into it. It's 16 minutes. It's a little bit quicker than I normally jump into it, but I'm actually excited. There's so many. There's 35 of these things. At least I'm fairly certain there's 35. I've seen one card on the site. I've only looked at one, and I know which one it is, so I'll tell you when we get to that card. There we go. But yeah, I'm super excited. The sales. I started the conversation today talking about the sales, and the sales are going up right now. So there was a lot of 4 or 5 days, or 4 or 5 sales per day. Okay, this one has, they might have split it up into different numbers. So this one has 8, but this one was the lightest. These probably feel about the same. Actually, this one feels a little bit lighter. Oh well, who fucking cares? Yeah, this one is the lightest one. Oh well. We in there. So okay, what am I looking at here? Okay, great. Okay, this is the back of these things. This is the top. Okay. So, come on. I opened some 9.5s that I had gotten out of some of my last few orders, and so there's 2 different ways, 2 different methods that I'm going to be sending, that I send in regrades. So one is especially the only ones that I will be sending in for the actual, so encapsulated ones. So the ones you can just send it in, send Beckett's graded card in directly to them, and they'll, basically they'll take a look at it obviously through, and then if there's a potential that the card will be, your minimum grade that you want, because you get to set a minimum grade for the cards. If it's a chance that it will meet that grade, then they'll crack open your card and then re-sleeve it in a PSA case, right? Because it hits the grade. So having 9.5s, I only want a fucking 10 from PSA. I only want a 10 from PSA. If it doesn't get a 10, then they're gonna send it back. Obviously, I still have to fucking pay for the call, for the grading process, but they're going to send it back without any changes. But if they look at it and say, okay, this is a 10, then they'll re-sleeve it into the new card. Okay, let's see, where are we at? Okay, this is the top here. I'm not looking. So we're gonna flip them over. Here we go. Flip them over like this. Okay, we're gonna see What do we got first? All right, all right. So we got some good ones here. Oh, God. No, I will not be working. Suck my ass. God, I hate this new laptop that I got. It is so bad. It really is just horrible. I just dislike everything about it. Anyways, all right, let's jump into some cards. I'm looking, I'm not looking. Okay. Oh, we got some. We don't have anything crazy in this one. I will say that. At least I don't think there's anything like too crazy in this one. Like, you know, signature cards or anything like. I don't even think there's any SPs in here. There might be some SPs. I don't necessarily remember. There's 35 cards in the set, or so I don't really know. But we got some cards that I'm really excited about. So we're gonna start off with the Charlotte Pudding. So this is from PRBO2. I've been seeing a lot of attention. I'm not gonna say a lot. I've been seeing more attention to Purple Katakuri, which was an OP11 leader, because they're coming out with six new decks for one of each color. So it's like 31 through, because they're about to come out with an ST30 deck. And when OP16 release, or excuse me, yeah, OP16 releases here in a couple of weeks, there's gonna be an ST30, so a starter deck 30. But then they're gonna have starter deck 31 through like 36, I think. And they're gonna have one in each color. Purple is gonna be Katakuri. Again, he already has a leader, so the leaders aren't gonna be new, but they're going to get some additional support. So I've been seeing some people play around with some Purple Katakuri recently, just in preparation for whatever cards, because they haven't released what the cards are going to be yet in those decks. So there's potential that there's going to be support. So anyways, I say all that to say this card is going to be ran in Purple Katakuri, and I think it's an amazing card. But let's just get into some openings or some grades. Let's see. 9.5. Not shocking. Again, I'm in the headspace that all the fucking cards are gonna be 9.5s, and I'll be happy when they're, you know, the 10s are gonna be the rare ones. No, so the subgrades. Okay, so here's the deal with the subgrades. The subgrades cost more, and it's like, I think it was $3 more per card if you wanted to do the subgrade. So it's like $14. I think it's $14.95 or something. So, but we'll call it $14. So it might be closer to 15, but just for this example, we'll call it 14. And for the subgrades, it's $17. Now, this is per card, right? And I'm not sending like 5 cards at a time in. I'm sending like 20 to 30 cards at a time. And so the subgrades will okay, I'm sitting here thinking now. No, that can't be right. Maybe it's 5. Okay, anyways. So the subgrades don't really mean anything to me for a 9.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean anything. And I'm sending, for example, this is 35 cards, you know, that I sent off. That's over $100 difference to send it with the subgrades versus not with the subgrades, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to, you know, make this thing as cheap as possible. And they will automatically add the subgrades if you hit a 10, right? So so that's very nice. They'll add the subgrades if it's a 10. So, you know, you still get the subgrades if you hit a 10. And to me, a 9.5 with subgrades don't fucking matter to me, right? Versus a 9.5 without subgrades. So it was just a way to save some, yeah. No, they won't do it. They won't do it at no cost, so you still have to pay for it, but they'll like, you know, retroactively pay or charge the card that they have for you on file. So that you still have to pay for the shit. But yeah. All right, Trafalgar Law. So this is a leader from OP10. Yeah, he's a red green leader from OP10. What we got? 9.5. There's gonna be a lot of 9.5s. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of 9.5s probably. So we'll see. Oh, another leader. Okay, so we got 2 leaders in a row. Oh, 3. Oh, maybe they stacked the leaders together potentially, because we got the Trafalgar Law. Then we have a couple more leaders in a row. Okay, so this is Don Quixote do Flamingo. What do we got? Ooh, we got a 10. Damn, centering be. Oof. I'm gonna get a fucking Black Label one of these days. One of these fucking days. Pow, straight to the moon. Okay, and this label has a freaking imperfection in it. That's just awesome. That's actually super annoying. See that there? Yeah, that's a little imperfection in the label. Okay, but at least we got a 10. This actually kind of makes me want to play this Don Quixote do Flamingo, because that would, you know, because this is, I think, one of the first 10 leaders that I got. So that is pretty cool. And he's a pretty popular leader too. So very good, very good. I'm actually very happy with that. Alrighty. Caesar Clown. Saw him getting a little bit of love lately. See what we got here. 9.5. 9. So what I was saying before is, so when you send in the regrades, you can send this entire case in, and they'll look at it. They'll kind of like, you know, take their measurements and stuff like that, and if they determine if the card is going to be a 10 or whatever the lowest grade that you would accept is, right? So let's say this was a 7, and I'd say, okay, the lowest grade I'll accept is an 8, right? Then if they judge the card and say, okay, we think it's an 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever, then they'll go ahead and put it in the new case. But for 9.5s, like literally the only thing that I'm gonna want is a 10 from PSA. So that's what I've done for 4 cards so far. But for some cards that A, don't have subgrades, and B, don't have the ones that do have the subgrades, but they had, you know, I'm trying to think if I had any that had 3 9.5s and not 2 9.5s and 2 10s. Anyways, so anything that doesn't have subgrades or whatever, or anything that isn't the 2 10s and the 2 9.5s, I just open them. I open them so you can basically take pliers and you, like, you know, take the pliers and like peel back right here. Like just grab the edge and you peel back with the pliers. It cracks. You stick it leaves a gap here, and then you stick a screwdriver in there and you just like rotate the screwdriver, and it removes like the adhesive from both sides, and then you can just take it apart at that point. So and then I just send those in to PSA like normal cards, right? Okay, so they must have put all the leaders together, because these are all leaders here in a row. All right, Jinbei. So this is the Jinbei from OP. What is this? 14. All right, what we got? 9.5. Whoops, you guys can't see that. Not to sidetrack your stream, but some folks put together some digital trading card packs themed around Distant Worlds 3 Expedition. We got 6 free lists. Oh, were they? Are they digital? You said? Oh, some digital trading card packs. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Did you get anything good? You should have streamed it. What are you doing, man? You should have streamed it. All right, so we got. Oh man, I would love for this Rosinante to be a 10. This Rosinante is getting a lot of love lately. I would love for him to be a 10. And this next one, I got this next one is a Foxy. Okay. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of leaders here in a row. All right, Rosinante, come on. I wanted Rosinante for as a 10. Come on. Fuck you. Gosh darn it. All right, next. Got a few rares. The rare Distant Worlds 3 cards with the logo is my favorite. Oh, that's cool. Maybe next time. You have to show me those, man. I'd be interested to see those. All right, Foxy. So this is the alt leader from OP07. I actually pulled this one. Or did I pull this one? We'll see. If it's a very low grade, then I didn't pull it. Let's see. I can't remember if I pulled this one or if I bought it. I think I pulled this one, though. Another 9.5. Golly. Man, it is just so depressing, really getting a bunch of 9.5s. But you know what? I won't have to deal with this for much longer. I only have a couple more. I think I have one more big order. Maybe one or two more big orders that got sent to Beckett. And you know what? Everything's not going to come back a 10 PSA. That's obviously not going to be the case, but it's just much easier to get 10s, and I get a lot more 10s. Like the first order that I ever sent out, now I got, I think it was like, we'll call it 10 cards. It might have been, I think it might have been 11 cards, but we'll call it 10 cards. 9 out of the 10 cards I got 10s on, and then 1 I got a 9 on. Now, the one that was a 9 was the most valuable card, and I like that one being a 10 would have been more than all the other cards combined. It probably still is very close. No, it's not. It's not. But if it was a 10, it would have been more than all the other cards combined. But no, of course, it was the only 9 out of the 10 cards that I sent. It was rough. It was rough. All right, Saint Jupiter. So this is not a leader, and I know that there's at least one more leader throughout these. So they didn't put all the leaders together, but a good majority of them. So Saint Jupiter. Let's see what we got here. 9.5. Saint Jupiter. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is freaking sharp, dude. Alrighty. Let's just split the cards fairly good. Here we go. Oh, man, this is a massive order. Massive order. All right. Out of all these first cards, I think I'm trying. Let me look through here real quick. Out of all these, I think the Don Flamingo was probably the best one to hit a 10. So I guess that's like good news. Out of all of those, I think that was probably maybe this Jupiter, but I don't think the 5 Elders are going like super crazy anymore. I think they were for a period, like obviously when the cards first came out and stuff, but I don't think that I think they're like the 10 are going for like $70 or so. I'm pretty sure that Don Quixote will go for over $100. But the thing is, like, we want to sell the 10s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna sell the 9.5s. Yeah. So okay. All right. So that's a good way to look at. That's how I'm gonna look at these things. Okay. Lilith. So this is an alt art Lilith from OP13. I think my brother pulled this one actually. 9.5. I think I know how many 10s that I'm gonna be getting, because when I was talking with you guys, I did see an order, I guess, or a charge come through. I saw a charge come through from Beckett, and I was like, what the hell is this amount for? You know what I'm saying? They must have calculated how many 10s I got and, you know, multiply that by 3 because, again, there's an upcharge. So I think I know how many 10s that I do have. So we'll see if I'm right. I'm not going to say the number that I think it is. Just kind of leave some suspense. And there aren't any cards here that I'm going to worry about like regrading. Yeah, there's nothing really in here that I'd want to send off to get regraded. I'm just bummed that you know, most of these cards aren't going to be selling for their potential. All right, so Caesar Clown, Goldon, 10. Yes. This I'm actually super pumped about. I wasn't going to say anything because I just can't get my hopes up, man, because it's just really lame when the things don't come back like you want. But like, this is not one of the greatest Don ever, you know what I'm saying? But it is like one of the rarer cards, right? Because there were so many different. There was 30 gold Don coming out of PRBO2. Again, this one isn't God, Surface. They just cannot give out fucking 10s or black labels that often. God, it would be so. I'm gonna get a black label in one of these. I know it. I know I'm gonna get a black label in one of these. All right, so that's number 2, 10. One of these is gonna be a black label. All right, so this is King. What is this from? Oh, so this is the alt art for the King from EBO4, which came out in OP 14. Just came out in OP 14. First half of EBO4. And we got a 10. Hell yeah. 2 10s back to back. Let's go. I think this might have been the card that I don't know. This might have been the card that I saw. Because I'm just gonna say, because if something else pops up here, then it's just gonna be ruined. But I did see a King that was a 10, and I didn't look too close into it to see if it was the leader. Because there is a King leader that I sent off too. At least I think I sent that King off. I'm pretty sure I sent that King off. But it was a 10, but I didn't know if it was the one that I had seen. I don't know if it was this King or if it was the other one. All right, 2 10s in a row. The Don. I think the Don probably will be the one that I'm happiest about. Well, we'll see. There's actually, you know what? There's some potential hitters coming up. Boahen Nkoku, 9.5. Some cards they just won't give 10s. That was the third Boa Hancock that I had sent off, and they all came back as 9.5s. It's like, all right, you fucker. All right, Sabo. All right, so this is from OPO5. I'm pretty sure I bought this one. I don't think I opened this one. So this one could potentially be very low. So let's see. Oh, 9.5. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's actually not too bad for a card. I don't think I've opened that one. So it's always like a crapshoot for cards that I bought. All right, Marco. Okay, so there's some leaders here that I didn't remember. Oh, this next one. Please be a 10 for this next one. I don't know. All right, so Marco, a 10-0. Damn, 3 10s in here. That's not too bad. 10, 10, 10, and a 9.5. Hey, that's 3 10s in this box. This was the box of 10s. Let's go. And some pretty decent ones too, if I'm being honest. Some pretty this one, I would love for this one to be a 10. This one is probably the one that I would want to be a 10 the most. I'm worried though. There's too many 10s. There's no way they put 4 10s in one box. Is how I'm looking at it. So I don't know, but I would really, really like this one to be a 10 because this is all 3 brothers. Brother. All right, let's see what we got. 9.5. Oh, I knew it. This is probably one of the ones that, like, that could potentially, I'd think about sending that one off. I would definitely think about sending that one off to PSA to try and get a 10 on that one. That's one of the ones. Alrighty. So, and this is the alt art from the Luffy from PRBO2. And we get a 9.5. I did see that one just right now by mistake before I showed you guys, so I didn't have my I couldn't fake it. Alright, so that is 4. That's making me a little worried about these next ones, man. It's like, now again, I don't know why they charge me the money. I don't. But we'll see. We will see. Opening probably this box. This box will probably tell me if I know what I'm talking about or not. Okay. Man, so many. Okay, this is the front of some cards. Okay, it do be the front of some cards. And this is the top. Okay, yeah, it takes some effort to not see the cards. I mean, they do a really good job at like bubble wrapping it, so it's not easy to see through all the bubble wrap or whatever. But I don't want to take any chances because one day I'm gonna hit a black label and I'm gonna see the black label, be able to see the black label through the card or through the bubble wrap, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I ruined it. I ruined it for myself. Okay, not looking. Ray Charles out here. All right. So here we go. All right, we got some back-to-back, some waifus. So let's see if we can get some 10s on some of these waifus. All right, Lilith. So this is a different alternate art. I'm pretty sure I pulled this one. So it was kind of funny because like within like a couple of days of each other, I had my brother open some packs. He opened an alt art Lilith, and then I think maybe the day before, or maybe the same day or something like that, I opened an alt art Lilith 2. This was that one. He had opened that first one that we had seen. All right, Lilith gets us a 9.5. Oops, no, you going to the 9.5 pile, bitch. All right. Nami, a 10 on one of these Namis would be so nice. I'm trying to sell one of these. I have this as 9.5 already. I'm trying to sell it for 60. Now, it's getting a lot of views, but not selling yet. I'm sure it'll sell eventually, but a 10's going for like 120 or something like that right now, so we'll see. Waifu 10. No. Okay, Saint Topman. Okay, we got a Saint Topman Workery. All right, so we had I can't remember what the first one was. 9.5. 9.5. I have some. I mean, I'm a big fan of, you know, numbers and science and stuff. That's how the stream started. You know what I'm saying? Stream started. We was doing a lot of calculating. We was weighing the packs and figuring out which packs would be the hits and things like that. So y'all know I like my experimentation and all that stuff, but I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So yeah, I still lost my train of thought. Okay, well, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, we do like that stuff. Oh, here we go. So I am a big believer in like law of averages, right? And I'm just like, that last box had 3 out of 8 were 10s. And so I'm like, that's got to be made up somewhere, right? So that's got to be made up in one of these boxes. One of these other boxes is going to have 0 10s in it. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm being dramatic. We've only been through fucking 2 cards so far, Eric. 3 cards so far. Chill out. We'll see. Nami's a 10 in your book. Hey, you want to buy this for $100? We can make it happen. All right, Draco Mihawk. So this is the alt art from OP12. 9.5. God, a couple of months ago, that card probably would have been $70 by itself. Probably back in, well, actually, probably about 7 months ago. Probably before OP13 came out, because that card was crazy. Like the SR the SR for that card was like $11. It was the big SR from that set, right? All right, Gum Gum Jet Gatling. Ooh, got a 10 on the event, baby. See, I was doing all that bitching and moaning and crying, and we got it. We got a 10. We got a 10. Centering fucked me up, but I'll take a 10. I definitely will take a 10. That's a good looking event too. This next one is a special one. This is a special one. It's actually kind of funny. Maybe I'm just a creeper weirdo, but this one is special because I got this from a box. Gank that. I got this from the box that you sent me, the very first box of PRBO2 that you sent me. I got this Smoker Don from that box. So I remember that. All right. Yeah. This better be a 10, right? This better be a 10. This is the one that I got from you from the very first PRBO2 box that you ever sent me, man. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Oh, if this is a 10, man, if this is a freaking 10, like full circle moment. It really will be. It really will be. All right, come on, come on. Be a 10. Be a 10. Damn. Oh, man. Still, 9.5. What's crazy is I haven't hit any, I'm going to burn this bread, but I haven't hit anything less than a 9.5. And I've did hit that in all the other orders that I've had so far. But thank you, Gank that. Best mod in the world. Oh man, this would have been absolutely bonkers if this was a freaking 10, you know what I'm saying? But still, this could have came back a 5, and this is still going to be one that I'm going to hold on to, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw the card, I immediately go back to that, and I know where I got this card from, you know what I'm saying? It's like the vast majority of these, I could not tell you. Even if some of these other ones I did open in that, potentially there are some other ones that I opened in that same box. But for whatever reason, this one in particular, I know for a fact that I got this one from the box that you sent me. So this one will definitely be spared the life of a normal 9.5. We're gonna treat that one like that one gets the 10 treatment. Oh, you absolutely right, man. You are absolutely right. I'm pumped about it too. Ooh, this Burgess. Okay. All right. So Kaido and Lin. What is this from? This is OP08. All right. Let's see. So this is a secret rare from OP10, and I'm pretty sure I pulled this one too. I think I pulled the vast majority of these that I've been going through so far. All right. Let's see what we got here. 9.5. Okay, this one is a black label. Maybe not. This one is what the hell is this one? Oh, okay, I know. So this Burgess is getting a lot of traction because OP16. And by the way, OP16 comes out on the 12th of June. So it actually comes out in Japan on the 30th. So I think that's Friday, maybe. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the 30th for them. So I don't know. Maybe theirs comes out on Friday or on Saturdays. But yeah, because the 30th is on whatever. Who cares? I don't really care when it comes out for them. But we're very close to the set coming out for us here. So the set comes out in Japan on either Friday or Saturday, and then the next week they will start the pre-release events. So I'll probably be able to pick up a box. I've signed up for some pre-release events today, actually. So not this Friday, but next Friday, the pre-release events start. So I will be getting my hands on OP16 starting next week, next Friday. Okay, I don't know if I'll have a box. I don't know if we'll be able to do Boxing Day. Hopefully we can. But if I'm able to get a box, then we'll be doing Boxing Day. Maybe, maybe not. It really kind of depends, because I'll be doing a pre-release event that day too, and you know, it may go over. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyways, but this Burgess here, in OP16, there's gonna be a yellow black Marshall D Teach that comes out. This card could get played in it. We'll figure it out. I've been actually doing some play testing on the sim, because today they actually just finally released all the new cards on an OP16, because this isn't like an official app. This is some dude who freaking, you know, coded up a really cool sim to be able to play this, to be able to play the card game. So it's not anything that's official. So it's not like the cards are so it's not like the cards are actually getting released by so it's not like the cards are actually getting released by like Bandai themselves on this app. So it's just some guy. We have to wait until the cards are released, you know, they're leaked, and then from there he can, like, you know, go in there and code the cards and blah blah blah. Anyways, long story short, we've been sitting at about a week where all the cards have been released, and yesterday he actually was able to or this morning he actually did an update, and all the cards are on there. So anyways, long story short, I've been playing around with different variations. One where this card is a main feature, and that one was not bad at all. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually really good. But anyways, long story short, when there's a lot of excitement around cards and cards that are adjacent to cards, that kind of thing, the value on them goes up. This one is it's happening for this one. So 10 would be nice, and we got a 10, baby. Tried to talk myself. I tried to talk it into it. Your target physique is like this. Hey, I can see it happening, man. Got the chicken legs going. And the upper body. Yeah. I'm sure you've run into, I don't know how far you made it on One Piece, but I'm sure you've run into him by now. All right, last card of the pack is 9.5. A Shanksy Shanks. A Skanky Shanks. Yeah, give me the anime character. Alright, come on, you fucker. Oh, you haven't met Burgess yet? He just beat up Crocodile. Oh, no one is. This is a spoiler. No one is. This won't be the last time you see anybody. They always, you know, revisit things. But I'm sure, I know for a fact that you've seen. So I don't think this is a spoiler. And you know, I'm not gonna say anything at all. But you should be meeting Burgess sooner rather than later. I'm trying to think. Like, that's very surprising that you haven't met Burgess. But I think you've met his captain. That's what we'll say. That's what we will say. I'm sure that you've met his captain already. Okay. Let's see. Alabasta. Okay. Am I on the right side? No. They're flipped over. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Perona, All-Star Perona from God, it's so crazy how long it takes these things to get graded. Like, I got this Perona and I sent it off like immediately. I remember pulling this Perona. I pulled it like right when OP14 came out. Right when OP14 came out, and it was gone like within a couple of days to get graded. And now we're a week away from OP16 coming out. So 2 sets have had like the entirety of OP15, or excuse me, the entirety of OP14, the entirety of OP15. Now OP16 is coming out, and I just got this card back. Oh well, it'd be like that. So card number 1 of the final box is a 9-point Fizzive. Alrighty. I think I'm probably going to, again, this is all about like trying different stuff out, right? Most of these cards I am selling for like a set price, right? Typically it's, for the most part, they're like $50, right? These 9.5s are 50. There are some that I did 60. So there's been one card that I've put up for like auction. And that was the Vegapunk. There was a 9.5 Vegapunk alt leader card that I put up, starting bid at $25. And I got one bid at $25 so far. So that one still has a couple of days left. And that really doesn't worry me. I'm just really glad somebody, I want to get like $70 for the damn card, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, the card, are the cards that I'm probably going to post on there now. Again, I'm just trying to experiment and see what works the best. I'm probably going to put them up for like auction, a couple of them at least, just to kind of dip my toe in the water, because I really hate to sell a card, you know, do a card for auction and it goes for $20 when I could have potentially made $50 off of it, that kind of thing. But I don't know, man. I want to get rid of some of these 9.5s. Most of them, like, again, the point of doing them was to, or getting them graded, was to actually have them sold. But we'll see. I'll have to figure it out. All right, Charlotte Pudding, Waifu 10. Wow! A 7.5? What? How, Sway? Dude, I swear, they just have to, they have some sort of like algorithm where they just have to fucking give you a certain amount of cards, right? There's no reason that this card, there's no way that this card is so low. Okay, there's a very, very minor amount of like whitening up here. Very, very minor. That is insane. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That is 7.5. I think that's the lowest I've ever gotten on a card. I'm fairly certain that I haven't gotten anything in the 7s before. All right. You're the one who should disappear. I actually have one of these posted for $50. It's the only card out of like 21 cards that I have posted right now on eBay. It's the only card that has 0 views. And they've been up for like 45 days right now. And this card has 0 views on it. So, all right, we'll see. Another 9.5. Yeesh. Oh. This is the one card. I don't think there's any more 10s. I don't think there's any more 10s. Dear One Piece gods, if this is a 10, I will be elated. This is probably the most valuable card. I can't remember what else will be in here. But this one, I need to be a 10. I'd like it to be a 10. I don't need it to be a 10. I really want this one to be a 10. This would be amazing if this Boa Hancock is a 10. All right, come on. Come on. Be a 10. Please be a 10. I didn't even realize this card was in here. I can't look. I'm going to let you guys look at first. Damn it. I knew it was a fucking 9.5. I just fucking knew it. Damn, man. This one, I really, really wanted that one to be a 10. Fuck. All right, let's see what else we got. We got a Vegapunk Dawn. What the fuck is going on here? This one has to be opened. I think these have to be opened. I can't do anything with 7.5s. And these are actually ones that I think could do very well, or are halfway decent. They're not doing shit at 7.5s. They're not doing anything at 7.5s. These have to be opened. This is the box of fucking rejects. 7.5. 8.5. This is the box of rejects. This is absolutely the box of rejects. All right, let's get the rest of these out of the way. Let's get the fucking rest of these out of the way. Okay, so this is the one I think I may have ruined this one, but I don't think I would have gotten 2 10s. But we'll see. Let's see what we get on this one. A 9. I am not okay. It's fine. It is what it is. Beckett has some sort of something. They have some sort of shit where I might have bought this one. But this whole box is just shit. This box is just fucking shit. Let's just go through the rest of these so I can. There's some sort of like limit that they have where they're like, okay, we can only give out a certain number, because it's always 4 or 5 10s. When these larger orders that I've been getting, it's been 4 or 5 10s every single time. Then they sprinkle in like 4 or 5 shitty fucking grades, right? So this is 2 7.5s, 2 7.5s, 2 9s, or 2 7.5s, a 9, and an 8.5. It's always just very balanced like that, and I just don't. There's no way. All these cards are freaking whatever. It is what it is, and at this point, there's no point in me complaining about it, because I'm not sending in my bulk cards to Beckett anymore. So we're all good. It's fine. I've learned my lesson. I'll send in like maximum 2 or 3 cards, and those are going to be like the special ones for potentially getting 10s or black labels or whatever. But if they come back 9.5s, then they're getting shipped off to Beckett or to PSA. All right, another Don, 9.5. Surprised it wasn't a fucking 2. All right, let's see what we got here. A Vivi, Nefeltari Vivi. Oh, yank that. I agree with you 1,000%. There's some sort of like quota that they have to hit for like the certain numbers and the orders and things like that. There absolutely is. All right, let's see what we get here. 9.5. Yeah, this is not looking like we're gonna get anything in this box. But it'd be like that. We know how they work now. It's fine. PSA is going to be the way to go from here on out. Stussy, 9.5. Okay. All right, so we'll take a look at some of these 9.5s. Or excuse me, we're going to take a look at the 10s. We're not going to look at those 9.5s. So we got the Gum Gum Jet Gatling. And so 5 was the number that I was thinking of, because the charge that they had put on my card was for $15. And again, I told you there's a $3 difference between the $4 or the $14 grade and then the $3 subgrade charge. So that $15 charge seems to have been for these 5 10s that that I hit. They're not horrible hits. The one card that I would have liked to be the 10 the most would have been that Boa Hancock. It absolutely would have been this Boa. But other than that, I think everything else was fine. Like this would have been so nice to get that as a 10. But you know, you can't win them all. So, but we got a couple of fairly decent ones, honestly. This one probably is the one I'm least excited about. But still, the card looks amazing. I actually really like the way this card looks. Yeah, this card looks super great. And then the rest of them I actually really like. I'm really happy with the other 10s. So we got this Doflamingo. Did we get 2 liters? Yeah, we got 2 liters that were 10s. So that's not horrible. Yeah, that's not bad at all. This Don Quixote Doflamingo is very nice. We got the Caesar Clown Don as a 10. Whew, that was a big order. That was a big order, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a peek at, I don't know if you guys want to. We haven't done it in a while. We'll take a peek at, we'll go eBay. I'm not going to be on here for forever, but we're going to look at eBay on here for a minute. And Studio. Oh, Teddy Bang. Huh? What? Am I tripping? Okay, why is that not working? Okay, there we go. Oh, that was very weird. Transition. So this card here, it's $30 right now. Well, the lowest ones are $30. I think it's so it's in the, maybe I have it open still. Maybe I have this open. No, I don't. But this card right here, this Sanji, is going for, golly, here we go. It's a treasure rare from OP12, but it's going for like $30 right now. And that's crazy low for a treasure rare. Like, it's the lowest I've ever seen for any treasure rare. So I'm buying, and look what it's going for. It's going for 250 graded 10, right? God, these are some that I probably am going to send to Beckett, but I'm like, I should just send them to fucking PSA. I should just send them to PSA and not waste my fucking money sending them to Beckett, because Beckett's going to send me 110 back, and the rest are going to be 9.5s. So I'm really thinking maybe I'll send 1 to Beckett, maybe 2 max, but I think I bought like, actually, you know what? I didn't buy the ones that I have in my cart. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look right now because I bought 2 of them already, but I want to buy like 10 of them total, if I'm being honest. Did I buy the second order? I think I bought my second order actually. So I have bought like 6 of them so far. Anyways, they're like $30 a piece. I think 35 is the most that I paid for one of these cards so far, and they're selling for $250 a piece. That's definitely worth it. I want to look at this Don Quixote Doflamingo. See, look, this is the card that I was talking about. This is literally one of the cards that I was bringing up. I mean, 120 isn't bad, but for just a regular alternate art card, that's a very, very good price. My card is going up. So I got a 10 in Beckett for this. So again, this is PSA that we're looking at, but but I got a 10 in Beckett for this same card. I just saw one like either yesterday or the day before go on auction for $1,600. So I'm like, hell motherfucking yeah. All right, let me look here. So hopefully there isn't any information I'm leaking here, y'all. Don't look at my shit. Don't be assholes. Okay, so look, I'm already looking this shit up. So this is the last few of these cards. I was looking this up, right? This is that card that I was telling you about, coming in 10s that they're selling for $30 right now, right? And you get them for 10, they go, 200 is the max, 200, 185, right? For a card that you bought for 30 bucks, you spend $25 to get it graded. So you spend $50 and it goes for 200. That's definitely worth it. I want to look up this Doflamingo though. And what was it saying? Azure Seas Doflamingo. God, I got too much shit in the way. Too much bullshit in the way. All right, I need to back up my. Let me see. Doflamingo. Where am I at? Doflamingo. Azure Seas. Let's see if this is generic enough to find it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, alt leader in a PSA went for 150. I'm gonna look up the date last sold, or organize it by the date last sold. What was this, a 10? It only went for 100 recently. This is 4 days ago. Honestly, like, this is because people are fucking just wanting to get rid of the shit. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't get rid of this car for $100 bucks. It's graded too? No, these aren't graded. I'm gonna look for something that's. Oh, is it just a regular Don Quixote? PSA 10 went for 80 bucks. Yeah, people just be wanting to get rid of shit, which whatever, stay right. 60 bucks. 60 damn dollars. Let me look up this sold price. So a month ago, this one was the how long do I have this set for? 30 days. Okay, so that was the most expensive one. Another one went for 110 earlier this month. 110 earlier this month. This one went for a couple weeks, and this one went down too. Yeah, there's no way I'd be selling this one for $100 bucks. Okay, that's all I really wanted to check out here. But I do want to look up this college basketball Luffy. I'm gonna look up college basketball Luffy because I want to show you the one that I have. College Bukaku Luffy. Okay. Okay, yeah, these are okay. People are selling these for. Okay, and this one is a black label. See, look at what a black label does for you. Right, again, and it's 4 10s instead of 3 10s, and so this one sold for $6,000, $6,000, and we just saw this one is going for 600. So getting a black label, it's probably like 9 times the amount, right? Just getting a black label, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So none of these is probably okay. A lot of 4 PSA 10s. trying to think of. So this one went for 1,300. This isn't like 100% foolproof, but the one that I saw was just a couple of days ago, and it was 1,600. I remember, but again, like this isn't foolproof. This the way it has to deal with how they named it, how this is looking up. But this gives you a general idea, right? But yeah, even this one went for 1,100 2 weeks ago. $1,000. See, it just, a lot of these things are just kind of. Okay. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. And I did buy the car for $400. Which kind of sucks because like a couple of weeks later, it went down to like 200. Now it is back up. It is popping back up because again, these things, they just ebb and flow. I wish I would have bought even mine that I bought for 200, and I wish I would have bought a few of them, but you know, it do what it be. See, like this fucking company, they like must buy cars either in bulk, or this would be really cool to do because like you can see like they just put everything up for auction, and they just put all the tins up and stuff like that, and they just make a shit ton of money. We just saw them sell a different car for $6,000, right? And you just look at these all together. There's another one here. Wow, really? This Manga Bonnie Beckett 10 sold for $1,000. I feel like that would sell for $1,000 by itself. Holy shit. That is crazy. All right, let's see what else we got here. This one is what is this? Oh, the 2nd year anniversary one. It's a black label, so yeah. $950 for BOA. I mean, it was less than that. Probably not much less, but oh man, I would have bought that. I'm gonna look at just a couple more because I gotta get off of here, man. Sometimes it just hits me like a ton of bricks. Like I just get tired out of fucking nowhere. I'm like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Where did this go? I hate this song. It just feels so racist. All right, PSA 10. This one for $350. Probably not, but so I have one that's signed, and God, I want to. So I have a 10, then I have a 9.5. But I just don't want to sell this. I don't want to sell either one of them for $350. Yeah. This is sad. Man, I need this to get up some so my Zoro can sell. I'm still posting my Zoro for fucking $250 and it's not going down. So I sold one for $250. Then like the next one that I had, I sold for, I think I put it up there like a couple days later maybe, and then I put that one up there for $300. That one wasn't getting any love at all. So then I did lower that one down to $250, and I'm just gonna leave it at $250. I'm not going anywhere under $250 because I'm like, I know this bitch will sell, and I'm not hurting for money, right? So It's not like, oh, I gotta sell these so I can pay for my so I can pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna let it sit there for as long as it needs to sit there, because it will sell. I'm sure it will. Yeah. All right, I think that's about all I got in me. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, so that was it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for watching. We got a couple of 10s. We're gonna get to the point once we start sending the cards into PSA. We're gonna start getting a lot more of those. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure it's gonna be an absolute blast once we start hitting a gang of 10s as opposed to getting mostly 9.5s. But thank you guys for hanging out. I'm super grateful, super appreciative. And until next time, good luck on your rips.